If you're over 60 and you still believe a 30-minute stroll is the gold standard for staying fit, you could be undermining your heart, bones, and brain without even knowing it. Why does a simple walk leave your muscles inactive while a wall can activate them? In the next 19 minutes, I'll reveal 5 wall-based movements that research shows are more effective than walking for seniors, and I'll show you exactly how to do them safely at home. If staying independent matters to you, give this video a quick thumbs up now. It tells your brain you're ready to learn. I'm Dr. Anna Rivera, a physiotherapist with 15 years researching mobility in older adults. My work has been published in the Journal of Geriatric Medicine, and I've helped thousands of seniors regain confidence in everyday movement. Walking alone sounds simple, but it has 3 hidden limitations. First, it provides little strength stimulus, so your quadriceps and glutes continue to weaken, leading to slower gait and a higher fall risk. Second, the balance challenge is minimal, which means your proprioceptive system receives only a light tap rather than the robust training it needs. Third, the cardiovascular boost is modest for joints that may already be sore, leaving your heart rate in a narrow band that does not fully enhance circulation. But there's a simple solution that fits in any living room: the wall. Stay with me and you'll learn a step-by-step program that strengthens key muscles, improves balance, and boosts cardiovascular health, all without leaving your chair. Before we dive into the movements, let's understand why wall exercises can outperform walking. Number 1, muscle activation. When you press against a wall, you create an isometric contraction that recruits 30 to 40% more motor units than a casual walk. Number 2, joint stability. The controlled loading through a wall protects cartilage by distributing force evenly across the joint surface. Number 3, cardiovascular microcirculation. Brief high-intensity holds cause heart rate spikes comparable to a brisk walk, but without the impact that can aggravate arthritic knees. So if a wall can give you more bang for your buck, why keep walking the same old route? Let's start with the most foundational movement. Exercise 1 is the wall sit. This simple squat-like position engages the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes, the powerhouse muscles that keep you standing tall. When you sit with your back flat against the wall and slide down until your knees form a 90-degree angle, you create a static load that stimulates muscle fibers that walking rarely touches. To perform it, stand with your back a hand width away from the wall, feet shoulder width apart, then slowly slide down, keeping your weight evenly distributed through both heels. Hold for 10 seconds while breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, then slide back up. Aim for 3 repetitions to start, and increase the hold by 5 seconds each session as you feel stronger. If you have knee pain, place a small pillow between your lower back and the wall for extra support. Remember to keep your knees aligned over your ankles, no wobbling. What do you think about adding this simple hold to your daily routine? Let me know in the comments. Moving on, exercise 2 is the wall push-up. While many think push-ups are only for the young, performing them against a wall offers a gentle yet effective chest, shoulder, and triceps workout that also engages the core for stability. The biological benefit lies in the fact that pressing away from a vertical surface creates a closed kinetic chain, encouraging coordinated activation of upper body muscles and spinal erectors. To do it, stand an arm's length from the wall, place your palms flat on the surface at shoulder height, then lean forward while keeping your body in a straight line from head to heels. Inhale as you lower your chest toward the wall. Exhale as you push back to the starting position. Perform 8 to 12 repetitions, focusing on a slow, controlled tempo, 3 seconds down, 2 seconds up. If you find the angle too steep, step a little farther back to reduce the load, or bring your knees to the floor for an even gentler version. This movement also improves posture, which can reduce the risk of falls caused by forward-leaning habits. If this resonates with you, smash that like button. It tells me you're ready for more. Exercise 3 is the wall march. This dynamic activity targets the hip flexors, lower abdominals, and the muscles that lift the leg during walking, essentially training the pattern you use every step you take. By marching in place while gently pressing the back of the thigh against the wall, you create a partial resistance that encourages stronger hip extension without the impact of actual stepping. To execute, stand with your back against the wall, feet hip width apart, and slide your right foot foot forward, pressing the back of the thigh into the wall as you lift the knee to a comfortable height. Lower the foot and repeat on the left side, maintaining a steady rhythm. Aim for 20 steps total, focusing on an even breath. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. If balance is a concern, keep a sturdy chair nearby for support. This exercise also stimulates blood flow to the lower extremities, which can help reduce swelling in the ankles. I'm curious, have you tried a wall-based march before? Share your experience below. Now let's discuss why these three movements together form a balanced mini program. The wall sit builds lower body strength. The wall push-up enhances upper body power and spinal alignment, and the wall march trains functional leg movement and circulation. When combined, they address the three limitations we mentioned earlier. They provide strength, balance, and cardiovascular stimulus in a low-impact package. The recommended routine is simple. Start with one set of each exercise. Rest 30 seconds between them and repeat the circuit 2 to 3 times depending on how you feel. As you progress, you can add a second set, increase the hold time in the wall sit, or extend the march steps. The key is consistency. Doing this 3 times a week will yield noticeable improvements in stability and confidence within a month. Before we move to the next 2 exercises, I want to pause and reflect on what we've covered. You've learned how a wall can become a versatile tool that challenges muscles in ways a stroll simply cannot. If this is opening your eyes to new possibilities, consider subscribing so you don't miss the final 2 movements that will complete the program and take your health to the next level. And if any part of today's lesson resonated, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm bring more seniors like you to this information. Let's keep the momentum going. We'll now transition to the 4th movement, which focuses on the core and lower back, areas often neglected in walking routines. But first, a quick reminder, always listen to your body. If you feel dizziness or sharp pain, pause the exercise and consult a healthcare professional. With that safety net in place, let's explore how a simple wall can become a catalyst for a stronger, more resilient spine. The 4th movement is what I like to call the wall-supported core brace. Imagine you are standing tall, feet hip-width apart, and you place your forearms flat against the wall at shoulder height. From there, you take a small step back so that your body forms a straight line from head to heels, with the wall acting as a sturdy anchor for your arms. As you inhale, gently engage the belly button toward the spine, drawing the deep transverse abdominis inward. Hold that gentle tightening while you exhale, maintaining a neutral neck and keeping the shoulders relaxed away from the ears. The goal is not to strain, but to feel a subtle activation in the core that supports the lower back. Hold this position for a count of 15 to 20 seconds when you are just beginning, and as you become more comfortable, extend the hold to 30 seconds or even a minute. Repeat the brace 3 to 5 times, resting 15 seconds between repetitions. Why does this simple wall-supported posture matter so much? First, the deep abdominal muscles act like a natural corset, stabilizing the lumbar vertebrae and reducing the compressive forces that often lead to chronic lower back discomfort. Second, by practicing this brace while standing, you are training the core to function in an upright, functional position, exactly the posture you need when you rise from a chair, reach for an object on a shelf, or navigate a crowded aisle. Third, the gentle isometric hold raises intra-abdominal pressure in a controlled way, which can improve circulation to the spine and even support a modest rise in heart rate, offering a light cardiovascular stimulus without the impact of a brisk walk. A safety tip for the core brace, keep the breath steady and avoid holding it too long, especially if you have a history of high blood pressure. If the full plank-like position feels too demanding, you can modify by moving your feet slightly forward, reducing the angle of the body, or simply performing the brace while seated with your back against the wall. The key is to feel a gentle tightening, not a painful clench. Now that you have a solid foundation for core stability, let us shift attention to the hips and lower back, areas that walking often neglects because the motion is repetitive and limited in range. The 5th and final movement I recommend is the wall-assisted hip hinge with glute activation. Begin by standing a foot's length away from the wall, with the back of the heel lightly touching it. Place your hands on your hips for balance. As you inhale, gently bend at the hips, sliding the heel down the wall while keeping the spine long and the knees soft. Imagine you are tipping a bowl forward without spilling its contents. When your torso reaches a comfortable angle, usually a little beyond a 90-degree bend, press through the heel, engage the glutes, and return to standing as you exhale. Perform 10 controlled repetitions, focusing on the squeeze of the glute muscles at the top of each lift. If you find the movement too demanding, you can reduce the range of motion using a smaller hinge or support yourself by lightly resting your forearms on a sturdy chair. The hip hinge delivers 3 distinct benefits. First, it strengthens the posterior chain, particularly the gluteus maximus and hamstrings, which are essential for safe stair navigation, getting up from low seats and maintaining balance during everyday activities. Second, the controlled sliding motion along the wall creates a low-impact stretch for the hip flexors, which tend to tighten with prolonged sitting and can contribute to lower back strain. Third, the rhythmic contraction and release of the glutes helps improve blood flow to the lower extremities, supporting circulation and reducing the swelling that some seniors experience in the ankles after a day of standing. A quick safety reminder for the hinge: keep the weight centered over the midfoot, avoid letting the knees collapse inward, and never force the stretch beyond a point of mild tension. If you feel any sharp discomfort in the lower back, stop immediately and check your form. Perhaps the spine is rounding too much, or the heel is not maintaining contact with the wall. Having walked through all 5 movements, the wall sit, the wall push-up, the wall march, the wall supported core brace, and the wall assisted hip hinge, you now possess a compact, equipment-free program that addresses the 3 primary limitations we discussed at the start: strength, balance, and cardiovascular stimulus. Let's pause for a moment to reflect on how each component fits together. The wall sit continues to build the quadriceps and glute strength needed for rising from chairs and climbing steps, while also providing an isometric challenge that encourages bone density maintenance. The wall push-up adds upper body power, reinforcing shoulder stability and encouraging an upright posture that eases breathing. The wall march introduces functional leg movement and promotes circulation to the lower limbs, which can help mitigate swelling and improve gait fluidity. The core brace brings spinal stability, protecting the lumbar region and enhancing the transfer of force between the upper and lower body. Finally, the hip hinge re-engages the posterior chain, ensuring that the hips remain mobile and the glutes stay strong enough to support a safe, confident stride. To integrate these exercises into a weekly routine, aim for 3 sessions spread across the week, allowing at least a day of rest between them. Begin each session with a gentle warm-up, perhaps marching in place for a minute or rotating the shoulders. Then move through the circuit in the order presented, performing 1 set of each exercise. Rest for 30 seconds between movements, and once you have completed all 5, take a brief 2-minute break before repeating the circuit once more. As your fitness improves, you can add a second round to each session, increase the hold time on the wall sit and core brace, or add a few extra repetitions to the march and hinge. Consistency is the engine that drives progress. Even a short, focused routine performed 3 times a week can yield noticeable improvements in stability and confidence within a month. I'm curious, how does your body feel after completing the first circuit? Do you notice a subtle activation in the muscles that you haven't felt before? Share your experience in the comments below. Hearing how these movements translate into real-world confidence is incredibly motivating for everyone watching. If you've tried any of the earlier exercises and have tweaks that helped you stay comfortable, let the community know. Your insights could be the missing piece for a fellow viewer who is just starting out. Before we close, let's revisit a few key takeaways to ensure they stay with you when you step away from the screen. First, the wall is more than a backdrop. It is a stable platform that lets you perform isometric and dynamic movements safely, even if you have limited space or joint concerns. Second, by targeting the major muscle groups that walking often underutilizes, namely the quadriceps, glutes, core, and posterior chain, you create a balanced foundation that reduces fall risk and supports everyday tasks. Third, the brief controlled bursts of activity embedded in these exercises provide a cardiovascular boost comparable to a short, brisk walk without the repetitive impact that can aggravate sore knees or hips. And finally, the program is adaptable. You can scale each movement up or down based on your current abilities, and you can progress at your own pace, ensuring that the challenge remains appropriate and the benefits continue to accrue. If any part of today's lesson resonated with you, I encourage you to give this video a thumbs up. That simple gesture signals to the platform that this information is valuable, helping more seniors discover these wall-based alternatives to traditional walking. And if you feel that the insight we've shared could support a friend or family member who is navigating the challenges of aging, consider sharing the video with them. The more people who learn how to turn a simple wall into a tool for health, the stronger our community becomes. Remember, staying active isn't about chasing the latest fad, it's about embracing practical, evidence-based movements that fit into your daily life. By incorporating these 5 wall exercises into your routine, you are investing in the longevity of your independence, the resilience of your muscles and joints, and the vitality of your mind. Keep listening to your body, stay consistent, and celebrate each small victory along the way. If you'd like to continue exploring senior-friendly health strategies, whether it's nutrition tips, balance drills, or mind-sharpening activities, make sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss a future episode. Your journey toward a stronger, more vibrant life is just beginning, and I'm honored to walk alongside you. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video where we'll dive deeper into mobility and brain health. Stay safe, stay active, and keep that wall working for you. And as you finish today's session, take a moment to notice how your body feels. Perhaps you sense a gentle warmth in the thighs, a steadier rhythm in your breathing, or simply the satisfaction of having moved with purpose. Those subtle cues are the first signs that the wall is beginning to work its quiet magic on your muscles, joints, and cardiovascular system. Consistency is the cornerstone of any lasting improvement. Even a short routine performed 3 times a week can create measurable gains in strength and balance over the course of a few months. Think of each repetition as a small deposit into a health savings account that will pay dividends in independence, confidence, and overall well-being. If a day slips by, don't be hard on yourself. Just return to the wall tomorrow and keep the momentum alive. Now I'm curious, which of the 5 movements resonated most with you, and how did you feel during the hold? Drop a comment below sharing your experience, any challenges you encountered, or modifications that helped you stay comfortable. Your insights not only reinforce your own learning, but also create a supportive community where fellow seniors can exchange tips and encouragement. If you found today's guidance valuable, a quick thumbs up would be a wonderful way to signal that this information is worth spreading. The algorithm takes that cue, and it helps more people like you discover these wall-based alternatives to the traditional stroll. Likewise, if you know a neighbor, a grandchild, or a friend who might benefit from a low-impact yet highly effective routine, consider sharing the video with them. The ripple effect of one simple share can empower an entire circle of loved ones to move with greater confidence. Looking ahead, there's a wealth of senior-friendly strategies waiting to be explored. From nutrition plans that support bone density, to balance drills that sharpen proprioception, to mental exercises that keep the mind agile, each topic builds on the foundation you're establishing right now. By subscribing and tapping the notification bell, you'll be sure not to miss the next episode where we dive deeper into mobility and brain health, offering practical tools you can integrate into everyday life. Remember, the journey toward a stronger, more vibrant life is a series of intentional steps, not a single grand leap. Every time you press your back against the wall, you're reinforcing the pillars of independence, resilience, and joy. Keep listening to your body, celebrate each small victory, and trust that you have the knowledge and capability to shape a healthier future. Thank you for spending this time with me. I look forward to walking beside you in the next video, exploring new ways to keep your body moving and your mind sharp. Stay safe, stay active, and keep that wall working for you.